In a group stage dominated by Terran players, 5 familiar StarCraft 2 names laid it all on the line in Season 3 of the 2022 GSL. Through all the early game rushes and counter-attacks, a pecking order was established in the fight for a position in the competition's round of 6. Despite the heavy Terran influence, it was the Zerg Master who came out on top by the end of the broadcast. DRG reverse-swept Cure in his first series of the day. In their final game, the Zerg player put up a solid resistance against the incoming Hellion and Marauder threat. Teching into Zerglings and Banelings, DRG overwhelmed his opponent. Cure lost the numbers game and bowed out.
Okay, there we go. Emotions gonna try and see what he can.
Finishing off the day with another glorious reverse sweep, DRG defeated Terran star Bjarn on the map of Inside and Out, wrapping around his final army with almost numberless Zerglings, Banelings, and Queens.
But
there's just too much.
yeah, no, this is just going to be too many Zerg everything. He's just going to overpower him, flooding through this. He picks up, I think we may.
DRG, the big smile, man.
Yeah, well, he knows it's basically over.
Although he suffered a 2-1 loss against DRG, Cure was able to solidify his second-place position in the standings after dismantling Protoss Prodigy and Season 1 finalist Creator.
I remember playing it.
Opening up the group stage on the map of Moondance, Cure put his opponent under pressure with a well-placed proxy barracks. Medivac drops were the theme for Cure, as Creator's mineral lines frequently fell under attack, damaging the Protoss player's early economy. From there, his attacks were consistent. Passing the 10-minute mark, Creator's main base was overrun with Terran infantry, forcing the Protoss star to concede Game 1. Strapped in for the map of Tropical Sacrifice, Cure was challenged by Creator as Blink Stalkers entered his natural to deal heavy damage. Forced to retreat, Creator's Stalker and Probe casualties rose as a single Banshee caused havoc in his main base. Cure came out on top in the trade. Creator was landing some outstanding disruptor shots, melting Cure's SCVs and Marines. Siege tank fire prevented him from getting closer to the Terran player's expansions. A base trade started to develop past the 15-minute mark. A small but precise drop was dealing huge damage from inside Cure's base, but the Terran player had his units in position already. An attack from the north and south was enough to crush Creator.
The Nexus is going to go down. Dude, he might even be able to get this Nexus too. We might just see Cure win this.
Yeah. No, I think he is going to. There's just nothing really left over here for Creator. So that's going to be a really disappointing 0-2.
Cure had proved himself the better player in the group stage, but Creator's story did not end there. Turning his GSL story around, the group's only Protoss player defeated an unlikely opponent in 2 straight games. Maru, the favoured Terran star in the competition, fell to the might of Creator as Blink Stalkers massacred his forces within his own main base. Creator's speedy Game 1 victory on the map of Data C proved to onlookers that he still had what it took to make the round of 6. Resetting for Game 2, Creator didn't waste any time teching toward Blink Stalkers, while Maru gathered intel with Reapers and a Hellion. A game of Warp Prism and Medivac drops came out from both players, looking to reduce each other's worker count before the mid-game. Committing to High Templar and Psionic Storms was the best decision Creator made that game. Wherever Maru had ground infantry, Creator had High Templar to cycle in and out Psionic Storms perfectly. In a single button press, Maru's army was shredded in seconds. His natural was obliterated. Doing what he could to prevent Creator from advancing to the high ground, Maru pulled his SCVs and attempted to push his opponent back.
Oh. And the storms on top of that as well. SCVs being pulled.
Dude, I can't believe it. I mean, I knew the Creator had improved so much, but It's insane to me that he just 2-0'd Morrow here. Unless Morrow, can't. I just don't think there's any way he can, withstand this damage. This is him on one base.
Creator 2-0'd Maru, taking up third position in the Group B standings. Losing out on both of his sets, Bjarne fell straight to the bottom of the standings. Maru's single victory against Bjarne was the only thing keeping him away from the bottom, while DRG, Cure and Creator occupied the top of the ladder. With Group A now complete, fans are looking ahead to the second half of Group B to see which 6 South Korean Masters will advance to the next stage of the 2022 GSL Season 3.
And then,
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.